Below we see that most of the leads are blue and that one lead in particular is green. The color of your leads are very important. A green lead is a lead that has a future follow-up call associated with it, or an appointment call, or is an uncalled lead. A blue lead is a lead that does not have any more follow-ups associated with it. Sometimes it is perfectly acceptable for a lead to be blue because it might mean that you've spoken with the lead and no future follow up is required. But a lot of times, new users will sometimes not follow the correct hang up procedure. As we discussed earlier, if you do not follow the correct hang up procedure, you will not get a follow up call in situations where you do not speak with a lead. If you do not follow the proper hang up procedure, when you do not speak with a lead, your lead will be blue when in reality it should be green. I highly recommend taking a little bit of time each day to examine all of your blue leads and try to figure out for yourself if these leads were leads that you have made contact with and don't require any more follow up, or if these were leads that you perhaps didn't hang up on correctly. So, blue is the first thing you want to look for when examining your leads. And you can look for a few other things. Towards the right, you will see a results column. In the results column, if you see something that says result not set, that indicates that when you were hanging up on your call, you did not mark a call result. So that is a surefire sign that this lead wasn't hung up on correctly. It doesn't really distinguish whether or not you reached the lead, but it definitely means you need to take some time to examine this lead further. Additionally, the disposition category will help you examine these situations as well. If you see that you have marked a disposition as quoted and a lead is blue, it might mean that you simply don't need to follow up with the lead anymore because you have already got them on the phone. Go ahead and click on one of the blue leads and I will explain how to put a lead back on the follow-up call schedule which has fallen off of the follow-up call schedule. On the right side above the disposition category, we will see a blue set callback option. If you ever do not hang up correctly on a lead and you want to put a lead back on the follow-up call schedule, you will click the blue set callback option and then you will click OK, and the lead will be put back on the follow-up call schedule. So if this is a real lead, today at 10:43, you would receive a phone call. Go ahead and click back to the Leads tab. On the left side, below the search bar, we will see some options like sort by received, activity, callback, and uncalled. Received will show you all of the leads in order that they were received. Activity will show you all of the leads in order of most recent activity. Callback will show you all scheduled follow-up calls and appointments that are in the system. And uncalled will show you any leads which may have come in overnight or on weekends. Over on the right side, we will see a box that says uncalled leads for leads. This area is around to kind of keep you aware of how many uncalled leads are in the system. If you look at my example, there's only 3 sample leads under the uncalled column, and this box is explaining that there's 4 sample leads. Just to eliminate any confusion, the reason for this is the other sample lead must have been sorted into a folder somewhere. That pretty much ties up most of what I needed to show you regarding how to use the DYL system. I do have a few last minute pointers. First of all, you want to make sure that you keep DYL open all day. We will never log you out due to inactivity, but given the very unpredictable nature of internet leads, it's important to have this thing up and ready to go at all times. Another thing to mention is you want to keep your status active whenever you're available to work your leads. As I pointed out previously, your name is listed in the top right corner of the account, Mr. Test Account, and your status is listed as active. If you become busy, for instance, if you have a customer come to your desk or you go to lunch or you go home sick early, you can click the Stop Transfer option to pause yourself. If you leave the office at the same time as everybody else every day, you don't need to click Stop Transfer at the end of the day because the system automatically recognizes your business's regular open and close hours. So you only have to click Stop Transfer if you become unavailable during regular business hours.